Now it says live.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, here we go. We're good.
Sweet.
Okay.
Awesome. So I actually received, well, what I did when we were out last night is I gave my number to the leader of the St. Vincent de Paul and told him to call me. So I can do the interview if we need to do that.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think that's who the interview's with, because I know when you go to like the ready-made servant leadership projects, it says the contact person is an intake supervisor and Mercy College student volunteer coordinator. So I think that's who we have to talk to, but also I might not be right there either.
Yeah, this whole thing seems, I wouldn't say unplanned, but I would say pretty ad hoc.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, but you know, I'm willing to do the interview if that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you're going to volunteer, I don't mind.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
What were we planning on doing mainly?
Okay, so I know we have to pick between the projects they listed, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm not like even remotely fluent in any sort of African language, or any language from like the Asian area, and that's a lot of the people that live around that area. So I think projects 1 through 4 are maybe like not the world's best plan because it's helping ELL and computer class students. And without having any like connection on language, I think that would be a little more difficult.
I think we were actually focused on projects 5 through 8.
I think that's a good plan.
I actually have an uncle who does floor work for a living, and he probably has somebody who does carpeting. So definitely do number 5, maybe. Hopefully I can get some people in on that. But I know that Hannah was talking about doing 6 through 8.
Yeah. Like I don't care about I don't mind doing either helping in the thrift store or in the pantry. That's what I was more interested in, but
And
I don't care about
I kind of am with you on the food pantry and the thrift store areas. Also, that has more flexible times, which I think would just help in general.
Definitely.
I think we're supposed to, okay, so he I don't know if you received the email we just like half an hour ago or something from him.
I saw it, yep.
Yeah. Well, he also asked what specifically we wanted to do. So maybe after this, one of us email him and let him know like this is what we want to do. Or
yeah, I can do that.
We all want to do or something. Yeah. Okay.
Does each
project
count for a certain amount of hours?
What?
Does each project count for a certain amount of hours?
Well,
I think
5 through 8 is flexible for Monday through Saturday, and it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I'm pretty sure they could work with you. Like you don't have to work the whole time.
Right. And I know we just have to have 15 hours total.
Yeah.
So I think if you want to do it in like 3 days, go for it. Or if you want to like space it out, it's up to you.
Honestly, last night the excursion that we went on was pretty inspiring for me, and I plan on doing this maybe every Friday from now on for the semester. I don't know.
I may just be doing the volunteer work and that's it.
I think the other nice thing about the like projects 6 through 8 is that you can do it at either location.
Yeah.
So you could also experience both because they're in pretty different neighborhoods.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about.
So I don't know. I think we're supposed to go over like the survey that you have, and then mine was a little different because I didn't go on the tour. But I pretty much just had to describe like the community around the location.
And that's that's some of the questions on here too. So we can kind of compare, I guess. I started it, but I didn't finish it, so we can all like kind of add input on what we think.
Was that in the papers that we got last night?
No, this one was just online. It was just the survey that had a bunch of questions about our community partner that we chose. And just one of us has to submit it. So I mean, I'm already typing it. I can just submit it. I don't.
I haven't looked at it yet.
I'm gonna find it first. Oh, okay. Oh, where did I do that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so the first one asks, how is our community partner started, and when, for what reason, and has it changed in any way over time? And so what I put so far, I said, oh, hold on. Oh my God, what did I just do? Sorry, hold on, people.
Take your time, it's fun.
Okay, sorry. So I put St. Vincent de Paul was established in Des Moines in 1924, because that's what the paper said. And then I haven't really put when or what the reason is for, so if you guys want to do some research on that. And then something that's changed is we talked about yesterday, about 8 years ago, their roof collapsed. And so when they were rebuilding, they decided to build a second floor so they could incorporate an educational center. And then with incorporating that educational center, they also started this thing called Child Watch, where these people, students can drop off their children while they're taking these classes there. And then I don't know if anybody else wants to add other stuff to that.
Well, alongside the classes, they also started giving childcare.
Yeah, yes, I wrote that too, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you covered it.
Yeah, I don't know what their main reason was. I mean, I guess just to help the community.
Yeah, I would assume that's probably the best answer to give there. And I know, like, the city of Des Moines. So I've lived in Des Moines my whole life, and I have not like lived in that area of Des Moines, but everyone pretty much knows like the whole dynamics of what's happening. And I know the city is like really trying to pump a lot of funds and support into the community. So I think having a place like that is really helpful.
Well, I have the pamphlet here for Vincent de Paul, and they said the main focus has unchanged. It's remained unchanged, sorry, and it's been to assist those living in poverty to become self-sufficient by removing barriers to success, which it's pretty spot on by how you've given.
Yes, and that's what the second one asked. It was kind of asking about its missions and values, and I put that on there as like the next one.
Yeah, so that's good.
So the next one says, what general and specific programs does our community partner offer? And so on that paper that they gave us yesterday, I don't know if you want to read it. You can. It has a bunch of stuff.
Which one?
Okay, so for this specific Vincent de Paul, they provide assistance with rent, electric bills, and water services. They have a food pantry. They have personal care pantry. They have infant products, post-disaster assistance, free clothing pantry, furniture and household item assistance, and motherhood assistance. And then they also, like I said, provide they have an educational center upstairs, which provides all kinds of things. So that's what I explained in this box, what kind of programs they have. That sounds good, I guess. Anything else?
Well, there's a huge grocery list of stuff they had on the pamphlet. If you want to put down all, the blue pamphlet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I did.
A lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Okay. The next one says, what sort of people does the community partners serve? Like what age, gender, economic status, ethnicity, culture, religion?
Well, didn't they have like an age chart?
Yeah, they did. I don't have that like with me right at this moment, but they did have an age chart.
Somewhere.
But on this blue paper that they gave us, they pretty much serve anybody who needs assistance, and they'll even serve people that some agencies will turn away. So that's good. And they said it's like a first come, first serve basis. So. Alrighty.
Let's see if I can.
Okay, he's leaving.
I'm very curious.
I have it, but it's in my room, and I forgot to grab it. Anyway, so this is demographics. What type of community is the community partner in inner city, urban, suburban, rural? I would say what, inner city?
I would say inner city. I mean, it's really close to downtown Des Moines. Also, it's a very poor community.
I would say inner city and low income suburbs
Yeah.
mainly.
Um,
DMARC. Sorry about that. It was DMARC. It was
okay,
not.
that's what I thought. I was like, I can't remember for sure.
Not Vincent.
Okay. So the next one says economy. What kind of community economics are present or evident? Any evidence of understanding issues, food insecurity, shelter insecurity, safety concerns, and so on.
Mhm.
I would say all those probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, specifically the safety, a lot of people walk because a lot of people don't have cars, and it is on 6th Avenue, which makes it a really busy drive-through place. And
Like,
so just sidewalks right next to the road isn't like the safest thing in the world.
it was pretty dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
We walked to another community partner just down the street, and he was explaining to us, and we saw that right in the middle of the sidewalk, there was like a pole. So it was like,
Yep.
oh, it's really, really safe. And it was really busy out and stuff. So yeah.
It was like 4 feet of walking space.
Yeah. Yeah. Says describe any other needs / challenges evident in the community being served by the community partner, either education, recreation, transport, health, and social justice issues.
Well, I think that's a great place to put where they help educate moms specifically because they generally, a lot of them immigrated and didn't have education. So they get that there since they're already aged out of like the typical high school.
Yes, and with this place that if you sign up for the social services to get, food and clothes every week or month or whatever, they make you do this financial literacy class, and you have to take it to be receiving this help. So I can write that too. And so the next one says other service agencies, identify if any other organizations / agencies that exist serving the same community population. And so I looked on the website and I got a couple, and these are ones that are in the community but also work with Vincent de Paul. So one was a Children and Family of Iowa, and they help children have a safe home, and for adults to learn to cope with trauma and just help people kind of better their future and help them live better lives. Another one is Evelyn K. Davis Center, and they work with families and they help individuals in their financial positions and connect people with getting jobs and educational and career goals.
And I know Evelyn K. Davis does a lot, and it is like right up around the corner from there. So I think the two partner pretty well together.
I'll just tell you what the rest are. I won't go like in detail, but one's called Community Housing Initiative. Another one is NeighborWorks, and this other one is Bridge of Iowa. And so those are ones that they're their own organization, but they also work together with the organization we're choosing to be or volunteer with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next one says explain any distinctive features / aspects of the one we chose that may set it apart from all the other communities, service or agencies.
It's very green, a very green business.
Yes, I wrote about that because they like
the most.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't they claim to be the most green?
Yes, or very they told us that they never get rid of anything, any like stuff they can't specifically take. It'll be shipped off to third world countries where they could use it. So nothing gets completely thrown away, which is really nice.
So that's a pretty defining characteristic.
Yes, and I just liked it also because it's kind of flexible and it had a whole bunch of stuff you could volunteer for. So, explain why you and your team have chosen to serve at your community partner. I guess we kind of just hit that same thing.
If you want to give all the reasons as to why all the things they do and how they do them, and as a business.
Alrighty. The last one is describe the primary focus of your team Yeah, your team. What needs are you meeting? How objectives, how you can help build the capacity of your community partner. I guess if you're willing to have your family member help in that child watch area to change the carpet, that's like going, I feel like, above and beyond helping. And then
I'll definitely work on that, see if that could be a problem that I can handle. And I also think that they definitely mentioned more than once that they are more than a little understaffed, and I think us helping out would definitely alleviate the lack of staffing problem that they're having, especially with the food pantry.
Mm-hmm.
I know that food's definitely a thing that you have to go through all the units they have and inspect them and stuff. So
yeah, with objectives, do they mean like the objectives we're going to write on our proposal sheet, or is this other objectives we need to?
I think like the objectives like that we have going into this, like what we want to do when we are entering into the community.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think? Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think the point of volunteering in general is just to like help people in the community. And I think it also shows that anyone can volunteer and help, and it doesn't just have to be like neighbors that help each other.
To set an example for like who actually wants to help the community, and just to set an example in terms of just being willing to help out and further the goals of the community. Vincent DePaul specifically, by just helping people.
Yeah.
I think the goals of this kind of go without saying, which is great.
All right. Well, we kind of just hit on everything. Thank you for working together, because I was kind of sitting here like, I need some more people to help me.
Thank you for setting all this up. I know it was probably a little bit of work.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. I've never done this before, so I was like, why do I have to be the captain? But it got figured out. So, so Mia, you said you were going to email him about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you. Yeah.
Well, before I email him, we should probably like pick which one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think we all have to do like the same project.
I think that we do. I don't think we have to go with this.
It has to be like under the same organization, I think.
Okay, I know that we don't have to go at like the same time, but I have talked to like a handful of people that have taken servant leadership before, and their entire group had to do the same project.
Oh. Well, then
we can definitely.
Yeah. I don't know.
If we have to go into the same project, we can definitely pick number 7, which is the food pantry. And I can unofficially do project number 5.
Okay.
If that makes it easier.
Yeah. I just think that the reason that we have to do the same one is because when we do the project at the end, if we all did something different, then we're not like going to have even remotely the same experiences, which is why I think they want the same project.
Fair enough.
Also, I had a friend who did it this semester, so when you're like volunteering, just make sure to take lots of pictures.
Yep.
And stuff, because it's going to help with our PowerPoint later. Also, do that.
Awesome.
Okay. And then where who are we supposed to figure out who we're supposed to interview, or you're supposed to interview or talk to? I don't know.
So I know under the week 2 folder, there was a made servant leadership service learning projects, like your options, which is the same picture you sent me of the St. Vincent de Paul stuff last night. And there's a contact on there.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, then I guess, Connor, if you want to get a hold of him with that, do you have that? Do you want me to like tell you it? You can write it down, or you can look online. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Hold on, getting a pen. Okay. Yeah, if you want to just tell me so I can write it down. I can write it down.
Okay, yeah. which one is it supposed to be the student volunteer coordinator?
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so that's Tammy Wellens. Didn't mean to spell that.
Wellings?
Wellens. At Wellons.
Okay.
And her number is 515-282-8328. And the extension is 19.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to interview with her?
Or maybe just talk to her. Maybe we have to do the proposal first and then the interview, or the interview and then the proposal. I don't.
Well, I know. Oh, don't bark. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog at the same time. I know that we have to do the interview to then. You're supposed to like clarify and define the exact project so that next week we can do the final proposal and have our objectives set. So I think you have to do the interview first.
Okay.
Before we can figure out exactly what it is we need to put in our proposal.
Okay. Am I just going to be calling her, or?
Yeah, I would say just call her.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
I think that's all we need.
Yeah, I think we did good. We got some stuff done.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll just stop the broadcast then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, and then I'll get it sent to him.
Okay,
All right.
I'll send him an email now with our decision.
All right, thank you.
Yep.